Aisha'S Care has a lot going for it. It's a strand pulse rifle, which we've needed a good one in that slot for a while. It also belongs to a brand new family, the Heavy Burst family, which reads, fires a hard-hitting 2-round burst, slightly reduces flinch from incoming fire while aiming. This thing also has 80 range at base, which means it can hit over 37 meters at base. And not to mention, it also has some stacked perks. So it has Amalon Fluid Dynamics, which is going to give it plus 20 stability, plus 30 reload right off the bat, just at your base mag of 20. And then you're going to be using stuff like Zen Moment, which is going to reduce your flinch. You're going to be using Encore. You know, you get 1 kill with Encore, you're going to get 8 stability and 5 range. By the time you get 4 stacks of Encore, you're sitting at 100 range, which is nearly 40 meters, and then 91 stability, which should feel fantastic. And then you can build into stuff like handling masterwork, fluted barrel, and then you're sitting at 96 range with max Encore stacks, fluid dynamics, and then 58 handling. And all that to say that I really don't like this weapon. But before we get into why we really break down these perks, if you guys enjoy my content, if you're new here, consider subscribing, click the notification bell so you get notified when I make new videos, because I'm pumping out a lot of content right now, and I would really appreciate some love on the new videos. Anyways, let's get into these perks. So, with looking at stuff like Keep Away, you don't really want a perk like Keep Away because you have 10 range, 30 reload. You don't really want that reload speed. You're already getting enough from that Amalon Fluid Dynamics. You have Zen Moment, which is going to reduce your flinch. I was using a Zen Moment Golden Tricorn roll, which is the roll that you can get from Saint 14 right now this week before Tuesday reset, and it's not great. The Zen Moment feels like it's not doing anything most of the time, even when I'm getting hits. Golden Tricorn felt, half decent, able to take that TTK down just a little bit. So you got Golden Tricorn times 1, which is going to take it from a 0.87 to a 0.8. If you manage to get a Golden Tricorn times 2, which I don't think I ever did, takes it down to a 0.47 TTK, which is pretty good, but unable to do that. Strand, not really the best for getting kills unless you're on a Titan. As far as like melees go, none of the grenades really kill unless you're using Threadling grenades, which is a whole nother thing. So, not really a big fan of Golden Tricorn. I also tried a Slice Hatchling roll because that's my PvE roll. You'll see that in PvE, but I tried it in Crucible because of Slice. It felt okay, but again, I'm not really hitting many shots, and this is with a triple strand unflinching mod on the chest piece, and then a triple targeting strand mod on the headpiece, and then we also have double loaders on the arms because we have quick access sling or targeting mod sometimes, and then we also have Ophidians on the character, and I also use it on my class item when I was running Prismatic. And like I said, this thing has a ton of range, it needs stability and handling, but the stability and the reload speed is taken care of with Amalon Fluid Dynamics, so we mostly need handling. And it does have access to perks that give it better handling. One of those is To the Pain. Now, we don't know the exact number of which To the Pain gives in terms of handling, but it can stack up to 10, and the handling feels good. You'll see in one of these clips way later in the video that I'm gonna actually aim down sight, and it feels pretty snappy. So feels pretty good there, but that was the best roll, was with To the Pain, with that handling. Even with having Ophidians on my Hunter, you see in Warlock gameplay, even with my Hunter, it didn't feel good enough. So I like To the Pain. You get those 10 stacks, you can stay at those 10 stacks even once you heal, you just can't swap off the weapon, it feels good. Normally I would go for something like Under Pressure to balance out what Amalon Fluid Dynamics goes away, and it would give it pretty good stats, but it's just not really great. So To the Pain is the best one for me personally. Encore, it's okay. I don't really need that extra range. The cone size, this thing feels like it has horrible aim assist, has bad flinch, so the stability really helps it, but that's all it has going for it. Gutshot Straight, Gutshot Straight is not going to change your optimal TTK. You're just going to be able to get one more body shot on 2 Resilience Guardians, which is not a thing that you want to be doing. And then you have Slice, which is good, but I feel like not really a great contender here. You have Keep Away, but again, we don't want that extra range. This thing is already pumped full of range. We don't need that. So really your only options are Zen Moment, To the Pain. Again, you can use Under Pressure, and then last place I would say is Encore. Zen Moment should feel the best. I didn't like it. No matter how many shots I got on, it felt like I had just the same amount of flinch. I was taking insane flinch from this thing, and it was wild. So To the Pain is the best one for me. I'm gonna say build into stability as much as you can with your barrel and stuff. So even if you go polygonal and then you go ricochet, that's going to feel pretty good with To the Pain. And, you know, I have a handling masterwork in this setup that I'm looking at. But you can go stability if you want. That's a little much for me personally. But, I mean, you can pretty much build this how you want it. Either Zen Moment or To the Pain or Under Pressure. I think those are your best 3 options. I'm going to go To the Pain. That's the only one that I liked. I also used a Desperado row. So my To the Pain roll, I had a To the Pain Head Seeker, which I did not like. I do not recommend Head Seeker on this. The aim assist, while it does feel nice and it makes it much easier to hit the target in general, landing a body shot in 2-round burst just wasn't doing it for me. It took your damage from, I think, 42 to 46. Again, you'll see some gameplay in the footage, but I didn't enjoy it. Didn't feel good. I didn't use Hatchling inside of Crucible because, like, nobody's going to be doing that. And you can get collective action going because it gives you a 10% buff. It's going to get you down to a 0.8 as if it were Golden Strike 1 times 1. I'm not going to recommend that, honestly. Moving target for more aim assist, that honestly could be a play for more of a dueling role. To the Pain, moving target, that's going to give you some insane aim assist. But we already know that To the Pain is giving you some kind of aim assist. We just don't know how much. And since it actually feels good when I'm using it, I would say it's a significant amount. So moving target's probably overkill with To the Pain. But the best perk in this final column that I found was Desperado. And Desperado takes your TTK from a 0.87 to a 0.67. You still got to get the same amount of hits. You can miss a few shots. You can load more body shots because you're going to hit that 8.7 again, you know, if you miss a few. But yeah, just, I mean, it feels good. Feels really good. I mean, it takes your body shot TTK from a 1.67 to a 1.27 with Desperado. So it adds forgiveness, a lot of forgiveness for this weapon. The only thing is like, trying to get a headshot with this thing feels impossible because, again, the aim assist on this thing, I absolutely hate it. Do not like it one bit. It's atrocious. It's criminally bad. I've seen a lot of reviews on this come out, and I haven't watched any, but I've seen the thumbnails as like, wow, this thing sucks, or I love this thing, or I think Cross has said something on Twitter like, am I the only person that loves this? Cool Guy said, yikes. You know, there are tons of differing opinions on this thing, and maybe it depends on what input device you're playing on. I'm playing on controller. I'm just not liking it inside of PvP. With that being said, I'm going to show you my PvE footage with Slice Hatchling, and man, does this thing hit like a damn truck. This thing is insane in PvE. I think it's criminal that they didn't give it any good PvE perks, really, except for Slice Hatchling, or I guess you could go Slice and Golden Tricorn if you wanted to, but it's criminal that this thing is so powerful inside of PvE, but has no PvE perks, and has some insane PvP perks, but it just doesn't feel good there. The good thing about this heavy burst, though, is the last time they released a weapon type like this with Warden's Law, it came out, it felt bad, everyone hated it. Bungie's like, okay, people hate it, we're going to make it feel better on M&K. So they did, people liked it a little more, and they fixed the bug that was making it even worse on M&K, I think. Maybe one of those was controller as well. And then it got better. Still not, you know, everyone's most loved weapon, but it definitely changed some people's mind on it. But hopefully with this, with it getting so much mixed reviews, Bungie will look into it, look under the hood, see what's kind of wrong with it. I haven't tried the other 2-fire, 2-shot round burst pulse rifle yet from the raid. I haven't tried it yet. But I love Revision Zero. I love Graviton Lance. This thing doesn't feel like either of those. I'm not a fan. Hopefully it does get a buff. Hopefully Bungie looks at these mixed reviews and goes, okay, we need to look at this, break it down, see what's wrong, and fix it. Hopefully that's what they do, because I want this thing to be good. Because, my god, in PvE, this thing has some banger perks. And the other one from the raid has the PvE perks that this one should have gotten. And I'm excited to get that one as well, because I know that that one's going to stay glued on at least one of my characters, because it's got some insane perks. These things hit like trucks. They feel pretty good. Anyways, that's it for me. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing and commenting down below what you think about this weapon, or just whatever. If you made it to the end of the video, just comment the word alacrity. That's the origin trait for trials weapons. Just comment alacrity if you made it to the end of the video, just to let me know that you did. And thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next video, whatever it may be. Later.
Cade, what do you make of that bird that led us to Glint?
Well, it seems pretty obvious to me. I think it's pretty obvious